Hey everyone, and welcome back. I'm Seime Herakli, and welcome to our channel specializing in internal auditing, governance, risk management, and internal controls. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today. All right, let's jump right into this crucial explainer we've got lined up. Today is a pretty big milestone in our journey together. Day 38, Introduction to IT Risk Management. Whether you're a seasoned auditor or a focused learner just stepping into the world of governance, this foundational stuff is a real game changer. Just take a look at this comprehensive master map on your screen. It's kind of like a giant puzzle, right? Well, we're going to explore the whole shebang. I promise to guide you through every single detail, block by block, without skipping a beat. By the end of this, you're going to have total comprehension of the entire landscape. Here is our 6-part agenda for today's explainer. Fundamentals of IT risk, the IT risk management process, risk responses and controls, practical examples and assessment, checklists and common risks, and finally, benefits and key takeaways. Let's get to it. Section 1, Fundamentals of IT Risk. We're diving straight into the exact definitions and overarching objectives. Let's start right at the top with the core definition. IT risk management is the process of identifying, assessing, evaluating, and managing risks related to information technology to ensure the confidentiality, integrity, availability of information, and support business objectives. Okay. Let's actually slow down on that middle part for a second. Confidentiality, integrity, availability. The famous CIA triad. Think about a hospital. They have to protect electronic patient health records, right? So they ensure confidentiality so only doctors see the files, integrity so someone's blood type isn't accidentally changed, and availability so those files are instantly accessible during an emergency. Moving to heading number 1, IT risk management. Definition. It involves identifying and managing risks that arise from technology assets, systems, applications, networks, data, and dependencies to minimize potential impact on business operations and achieve organizational objectives. To put that into perspective, imagine a major retail company. They absolutely have to ensure their e-commerce application dependencies, like, say, their payment gateways, are totally secure. If those fail, boom, business operations shut down, and it costs them millions. Okay, heading number 2, objectives. What are we actually trying to do here? Well, we need to identify and understand IT-related risks, evaluate the impact and likelihood of risks, prioritize risks based on severity, implement appropriate risk responses and controls, monitor and review risks continuously, ensure alignment of IT risks with business risk appetite, and support informed decision-making. That alignment point is absolutely crucial. If you're auditing a highly conservative bank with a super low risk appetite, these objectives dictate that they must set extremely strict thresholds for any new tech they roll out. Heading number 3, importance. Why does this matter? It protects critical information and technology assets, reduces likelihood of disruptions and data loss, enhances security and compliance, optimizes use of IT resources, supports business continuity and resilience, and improves stakeholder confidence and trust. Think about reducing disruptions for a second. If you prevent a massive system crash during Black Friday, you aren't just saving some data. No way. You are literally saving millions of dollars and rescuing the company's entire reputation. Heading number 4, common IT risk areas. These things hide everywhere. We're talking about information security, data privacy and protection, system availability and downtime, access management, application risks, network and infrastructure, third-party or vendor risks, change and implementation, and compliance and legal risks. Take a close look at third-party or vendor risks. A real-world example, when a major cloud hosting provider experiences a massive outage, even if your own internal systems are flawless, if your vendor goes down, you go down with them. All right, let's move right along to Section 2, the IT risk management process. We'll look at the exact 6-step workflow for managing these issues. Heading number 5, IT risk management process. This is the sequence every auditor needs to know inside and out. 1, establish context. 2, identify risks. 3, assess risks. 4, evaluate and prioritize. 5, treat or respond to risks. And 6, monitor and review. Let's make this concrete. Imagine you're deploying a brand new HR payroll system. First, you establish context by understanding the highly sensitive employee data involved. Step 2, you identify the risks, like external data theft. Steps 3 and 4, you assess the likelihood of that theft and prioritize it as high severity. Step 5, you treat it by implementing strong controls like advanced encryption. And finally, step 6, you continuously monitor the system logs. See how that flows? That brings us perfectly to Section 3, risk responses and controls. How do we actually handle the risks once we find them? Heading number 6, risk response strategies. When you face a prioritized risk, you've got 4 main plays. You can avoid, which means eliminate the risk by not engaging in the activity. You can mitigate, implement controls to reduce the likelihood or impact.
You can transfer, shift the risk to a third party, e.g. insurance, outsourcing, or you can accept the risk when it is within acceptable limits. Transferring is actually a fascinating one. If a potential data breach could financially ruin a company, they might literally transfer a chunk of that burden by purchasing comprehensive cyber liability insurance.
Heading number 7, key controls for IT risk. How do we mitigate? We use controls like strong access controls, MFA, regular patch management, firewall/IDS/IPS, data encryption, regular backups/DR plans, change management, vendor risk assessment, security awareness training, and monitoring/logging. I want to highlight MFA, multi-factor authentication, and regular offline air-gapped backups. These aren't just nice-to-haves. They are completely indispensable frontline defenses in modern IT. Moving on to Section 4, practical examples and assessment. Let's ground this theory in reality. Heading number 8, example, identification of IT risks. We're looking for unauthorized access, data lost or leakage, system downtime, malware and ransomware, natural disaster or outage, and third-party/vendor failure. And the audit focus here? Identify all possible IT risks that can affect systems. You really have to cast a wide net. Remember the global WannaCry ransomware attack? That single vulnerability, just poor patch management, spread like wildfire, freezing hospital operations and global logistics almost overnight. Heading number 9, example, risk assessment sample. Once we identify risks, we map them out. Look at how this works. For the risk of unauthorized access, we have a high likelihood and a high impact, resulting in a high risk level, which makes it priority 1. On the flip side, maybe a localized power failure has a low likelihood and medium impact, making it a much lower priority. The audit focus note here is key. This matrix is all about assessing the intersection of likelihood and impact, so your team knows exactly where to spend their time and money first. All right, Section 5, checklists and common risks. This is a goldmine for practitioners. Heading number 10, sample checklist. You have to ensure IT policies documented, asset inventory updated, access rights reviewed, critical systems monitored, backups tested, patches applied, logs retained, incident response plan in place, disaster recovery documented, and compliance with standards. Actually, think about that access rights review for a second. If you skip that, a terminated employee could retain full access to your core financial systems months after they've left. That is a massive, massive control failure. Heading number 11, common IT risks. In the field, you'll be battling cyber attacks and hacking, phishing and social engineering, data breach, insider threats, software vulnerabilities, system failures, poor change management, inadequate backups, non-compliance, and dependence on single vendors. Take phishing. It literally just takes one busy, distracted employee getting a fake email that looks like it's from the CEO, asking for an urgent wire transfer, and boom, your defenses are breached. And finally, Section 6, benefits and key takeaways. Let's wrap this up by looking at the ultimate value proposition. Heading number 12, benefits of IT risk management. A solid framework reduces IT disruptions and financial loss, ensures security and data protection, improves decision-making, enhances compliance and reduces penalties, supports business continuity, optimizes use of IT resources, and increases stakeholder confidence. This is exactly what business managers and the board of directors care about, right? It aligns technical controls with the big picture goals of the business. Heading number 13, key takeaway. Effective IT risk management helps organizations anticipate, evaluate, and manage technology-related risks in a proactive manner. It ensures that IT investments are secure, reliable, and aligned with business goals, enabling sustainable growth and resilience. I want to really emphasize those words, proactive manner and sustainable growth. We aren't just running around fixing broken servers. We are actively securing the future of the entire business. Heading number 14. Remember, I want you to memorize this formula. Identify risks plus assess risks plus implement controls plus monitor continuously equals secure IT and a stronger business. And remember this final thought. Good risk management today ensures a secure and successful tomorrow. So what does this all mean for you? I want to leave you with one final provocative question. Based on the rigorous process, the controls, and the checklists we covered today, how resilient is your own organization's IT infrastructure today? Take this master map, walk into your next audit or team meeting, and start asking these exact questions. Thanks so much for joining me for Day 38. I'm Sami Harekli, and I will see you in the next explainer.